In this class, we're going to talk about tools and doing everything with a tools approach. And a lot of you guys are going to ask me, are you a Ford guy? Are you a Chevy guy? Do you like chambers? Do you like polystyrene? Do you like, what's your favorite? What's your favorite? What's the job, right? What is the job? In Virginia, when they're installing 90 inches deep, that is a horrible application for the chamber product. That's not its comfort spot. That's not where it belongs. That's not where it should be used. In fact, in North Carolina, if you install it deeper than 36 inches, we're going to rip that reduction out of your hands. You got to go in. We take all benefit of using it away. It's foot for foot gravel back up. Because we understand deeper than 36 is not its sweet spot. Most of our systems go in 18 to 24 inches deep, which is absolutely in the comfort zone of that product. And it's performed very well in those areas, right? But I would agree, if I put it 7 feet deep, I should not expect good results. Sure, right? Styrofoam peanuts the same way. Are they meant to go 8 feet deep? It's not a good application of that tool. It doesn't mean the tool's bad, right? If I give you a crescent wrench and tell you to go take my windshield sticker off, and you come back saying crescent wrenches are terrible because that took 2 hours, is it the crescent wrench's fault? Or did you pick the wrong tool to do that job? So think about these as tools. So these get a 25% reduction in North Carolina. We give you no reduction if you go deeper than 36 inches to the trench bottom. They only have 2 feet of cover. Any more than that, no reduction. So we're playing shallow, right? And if it's anything other than a residential application, if it's a high strength F1 HSE, you can't get a reduction on it. All right? So if you're going to put it on a restaurant, you can do it. You just not take a reduction if we got greasy wastewater. Panel block, PVBPS, TNJ panel, the sand filled concrete, expanded shell, 50% reduction. So if I was going to have that 400 footer, I only need 200 footer. Double the number of bedrooms on that lot on Lake Norman. Double the number of lots in that subdivision in Guilford County. So big impact. That's why it's really getting a lot of play right now because of how big a reduction. If you're in an area where your lots are 10 acres, is there a big drive to make your drain field tiny? Have you got 10 acres and plenty of land to move around on? No, but when we get into subdivision work, when you get into either areas where we only have a little bit of good soil, might have big land, but only a little bit actually works, it has value, or we get into areas where we're trying to get a lot of lot yield out of them. That has a big impact. All right, these are the large diameter pipes. Because we're hateful, we call them names. 10-inch and 8-inch is actually the inside diameter. They're actually 12-inch and 10 inches on the outside. The 10-inch sock pipe requires 120% of whatever your rock number would be. So if I had a 400-foot rock system, it would take 480 feet of 10-inch large diameter pipe. Why do I need more? Think about this. How wide was the trench bottom area on the gravel system?
3 feet.
3 feet wide. How wide is the large diameter pipe trench?
12.
Maybe 12 inches. So to make up for the lack of surface area to soak things in, I needed to run longer, right? And so even still, pretty powerful reduction in trench bottom area here. But I got a question for you guys. It confuses me. I told you these two products were largely used in Western North Carolina. But then I tell you there's no fog allowed. Do you guys not have fog up here?
What does that mean? I don't get that.
We got to figure it out because it cannot mean low-hanging clouds, right? What if fog also meant fats, oils, and grease? No wastewater that's greasy wastewater. These three manufacturers say, look, not only are we not going to give you a reduction or anything if you use us on wastewater, don't use us, period, if it's got a lot of grease in it. What would happen to that sock pipe if a greasy wastewater went into it? It's just going to seal up. It's going to seal it up like lard on the inside, and you have waterproofed the inside of that thing. So they're not going to use those on anything that's got grease in there. We're not going to use this on restaurants or high grease wastewater. And you saw we'll even take the reductions away on the other.